Mr. Yancey, I believe we have 5 more minutes for the opponents, so I believe with questions, you're likely to be the last witness testifying today on this bill.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and good afternoon, everyone. Being a former incarcerated person and actually working in the law library as a legal assistant, not understanding everything, all of this sounds good, getting rid of the time limit, but nobody has considered that if you went to jail and you're in prison, the guy don't know what 930.8 means anyway. Less known what Representative Bacalat was speaking about, the statutes and everything, because when you get to prison, you're not looking at any statutes. You're trying to figure a way to try to help yourself, first of all, to just try to stay safe and try to survive. You know, I never thought I'd probably said this, but I look back now that I really miss some of the things in the old ACJ when Sherman Mack was here, an attorney that deal with this kind of stuff and people that understood that as being a defense attorney, Representative Marino, you know, it's very, very easy to sit here and say, when I look at these bills that's supposed to be heard today, everything is kind of connected to hurt people. To hurt people. And I listened at the governor at his inauguration, he said, one Louisiana, one people. But then I see everybody's got their marching orders. And the marching orders is, I want to get tough on crime.
Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to speak here. I'm not going to reiterate. I had a planned speech, but I'm not going to do it because pretty much everybody in the opposition side has said much of what I want to say. I am a mother of 4 children. They're all grown now, thank God. And like Senator Clout, my son started a business at 18. They were two-parent family, growing up in California on a more privileged side. My older 2 children were here, came here to school. My daughter is in Washington Parish. She has 3 children. We just celebrated my grandson, the middle grandson's 15th birthday the other day. And I don't get to see them as much as I like because they are a distance from me. But my daughter, we were talking about this bill, and she asked me, because she knew I was coming to the Capitol today for another bill, and asked me to speak about it because she has one son is 16, will be 17 next October, and this bill would impact him. Now, they are 2-parent family. They're in programs, they're in sports, they're doing STEM matters, etc. So they are in a track where hopefully they won't be in this system. But what I'm seeing from this is the whole talk in support of the bill has been how we put programs into the juvenile system and the jail, prisons, etc. That's not the issue. We can't hit this problem on the back end. We need to be proactive, preventive, have programs and opportunities for our children.
Good evening. My name is Ronald Marshall. I oppose this bill for a number of reasons that was already stated. There are 3 parole mechanisms in Louisiana. 25% for nonviolent offenders, 20-45 for violent offenders, and all the exceptions for juvenile lifers are the 3 parole mechanisms in Louisiana. This bill eliminates 2 of them. 20-45 for all people serving 30 years or more, and for everybody serving nonviolent crimes.
Ronald, your mic is loud, so.
Yeah, because I am very passionate about this work. Everybody come up here and talk loud.
Sir, I'm speaking.
Yes, ma'am.
Lower your tone, and we're still going to hear you, but the mic is very sensitive. Thank you.
The third mechanism, parole for juvenile life, what Rep. Vilio said, but the majority of men go through that. There are only 200 men out of 27,000 men who have been convicted as juvenile lifers in Louisiana. the majority of the men and women who make parole or go before the parole board go through 2045 or the 25%. Once you shut them two avenues, it becomes like you're basically, you're holding someone underwater. Or if you put a dog in a corner, you kick him and kick him and kick him, eventually they're going to strike back. That's what these bills do. You can't look at these bills in isolation. Look at all Jeff Landry's bills. Every last one of them, they're designed to close the door. And what's happening is you close all the release doors, then you pump the juveniles into the system. In 2 years, the system is going to double. And another thing that's going to happen that's not has happened is because there's hope. When you remove that hope, that system is going to explode in rebellion. It won't be no recidivism rate. It's going to be a death rate. It's going to be a jigging rate. You're going to have to bring in the National Guards like Florida brought in the National Guards. That's what's going to happen. All these bills, don't look at them in isolation. There's a strategy to this. They're taking parole, they're taking good time, and you want to pump our children into the system. And you're talking the fiscal note, correction officers, everybody's going to be in danger. Parole and good time, I was there. That's the yellow brick road. People put that parole in front of their face, they put that good time in front of their face, and they focus on that. When you strip that from them, guess what happens? They lose all train of thought. And guess what? You may not be here, Rep. Villio, and whoever else vote for this bill, but I can tell you this here. In 5 years, that system is going to be worse than it was in the 60s. And I'm finished.